Hi guys, so I just want to fill you in on what the credit industry is doing right now to help consumers. Now, some of this information or all of it might be old news to some of you, but for those of you that don't know and are experiencing financial hardship due to COVID-19, this is going to be some very, very, very important and very beneficial information for you, your family members, your friends, and pretty much anybody that's been affected. Even if you were not affected, listen in, pass on the information, and help somebody. Okay, so the first thing that I want to touch on is if you have any car payments or mortgage payments, you can get those deferred for up to 120 days. Okay, the banks are allowing up to 120 days. The good thing is that you're not going to get any late fees, okay? And most importantly, you're probably wondering if a deferment is going to show as a delinquency on your credit report. No, it's not, okay? So you don't have to worry about it affecting your credit in any way. So the only thing is that once the payments resume, you're going to notice that the contract was extended by the number of months that you deferred your payments. So let's say you deferred it for 60 days, then you're going to notice that your contract was extended 60 days. Okay. So the second thing that I want to touch on is if you have credit cards, and I'm hoping everybody does, because first of all, you need revolving credit and you need installment loans in order to build your credit. So for those of you that have low credit scores, or you're not, for some reason they're not approving you keep getting declined, reach out to me and I will show you how to get approved. Okay, so back to what I was saying. For those of you that have credit cards and you're not able to pay them, call the creditor, because right now creditors are waiving late fees, they are waiving interest, and they are even increasing credit limits. So take advantage of that. Take advantage of what they're offering, because for those of you, especially getting a credit increase, because for those of you that are using your credit cards right now to, to buy groceries or pay bills or whatever it is, your high balances are affecting your score. So you're gonna want to take advantage of that. So get the increase if you're able to. And you're probably wondering, if it's going to affect your credit, or if they're going to report the late. And the answer is no. That's why it's very important for you to call them, because under the CARES Act, if you make or have made any kind of arrangement or agreement with the creditor as far as making a partial payment, if you forbear any delinquent amount that you might have, or modify any loan or contract, or defer any payments, or get any kind of assistance or relief, then, under the CARES Act, they're not allowed to report the account as a delinquent account, okay? So that's something you don't have to worry about, like I mentioned. And my phone's going off. Okay, so the next thing that I want to mention is that for those of you that have delinquent student loans, okay, for those of you that have delinquent student loans and have not been able to keep your tax returns, this is some great news. Okay, so if the Department of Education has been seizing your tax return every single year, this year, guess what? They will not take your tax return. Okay, so if they already took it on or after March 5th, expect to get a check in the mail. because they're going to return it to you, okay? And for those of you that have moved, I would advise you to call the Department of Education and just make sure that they have your current address on file, because you don't want it to get sent to your previous address, because otherwise you're not going to get it, right? So call them and just make sure that they have your current address. And I'll give you the number to that. Hold on, give me 1 second. Okay, so the number to the Department of Education is 800-621-3115. And, just give them a call. And even if they took your taxes before March 5th, I would call them anyway, because I think they were still trying to decide if they were going to return those too. So, just call them, and it doesn't hurt to call and ask, right? So, yeah, that's it, guys. If you have any questions about anything that I mentioned, or if you have any credit questions, feel free to reach out to me. Yeah, that's it. Hope you guys are staying safe and healthy, and most importantly, stay home. Just stay home, okay? All right, bye, guys.